Okay, we've taken a look at several different belts on this channel before, from tactical belts to camping belts to gun belts. Today we're going to take a look at a belt that I think offers a lot of versatility and is just a really cool belt. And that is the Kliq Belt, coming up on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. The folks at Klik Belt were kind enough to send me one of their really cool belts so I can show it to you. And there's several different options in belts and several different philosophies and ways to go. Today we're going to take a look at one that's just basically a basic belt that is extremely versatile. It's probably the only belt with a full-size Cobra buckle that I think is really convenient to wear. Okay, so here is the Klik Belt on, and you can see that it has a Cobra buckle. And just very simple, it's a nylon strap with a Cobra buckle. Again, it's aluminum Cobra buckle. And let me tell you one of the things I really like about this, before we get to talking about the specs. One of the problems that I've had in the past with, and I've reviewed other belts with Cobra buckles, is that this buckle does not go through belt loops. Even I've got my true spec 24/7s on, the standard 24/7s, and that has pretty good sized belt loops, but the Cobra buckle, as you can see, just won't go through there. What I like about this one is, basically, it comes apart really easy. So you put it on just like this. You basically have it with your Cobra buckle already buckled, like so, and you just put the belt through your belt loops like any normal regular belt. Nothing fancy to it, no complicated fishing through your belt loops and messing with it and saying bad words or any of that stuff. Just put it on, then very simply just loop it through the buckle and cinch it tight, however tight you want it, and then there you go. And very easy and very simple, but yet very strong. This thing is rated at over 4,000 pounds of pressure, and so you got the convenience of being able just to do that without having to unbuckle a bunch of stuff, and at the same time it's got the strength of the Cobra buckle, and it just looks good. It's a good looking belt, no doubt about it. Now let's take you down the old stump top, and we'll talk real quickly about the specs of this thing, a couple of details about the company, and then we'll get to doing some of that, well, maybe out of the box belt stuff. Okay, once again, here is the Kliq Belt from the folks at Klik Belt. And like I say, you can see this is an actual Cobra branded buckle, so it's the real deal. It's not a cheap knockoff. Something else that you can see about this, it's made in the USA. Now, the buckle was developed and manufactured in Austria because that's where Cobra buckles are made. But the belts itself, they buy the buckle in Austria, but all the belt, the manufacturer, the labor is all US. So I think that's always good if you can do that. The buckle itself is made of 70-75 alloy aluminum, and the belt is mil-spec 1.5" nylon webbing. Has solid brass release clips here, and these things are individually handmade. So that's pretty cool too. And they have belts to fit a wide variety of waist sizes. They have these things in ready-made sizes up to 46 inches. If you need larger than 46 inches, you can simply select an XL custom belt size, and you can tell them what size you want, and they'll make it for you. They'll make it up to 58-inch waist. So if you don't specify a custom size, they can actually just go ahead and give you a long belt, and you can cut it to whatever size you want. So, and just cinch the ends just like you would any kind of nylon strap. So they've got 3 webbing colors, which is black, gray, or brown. Then they have 5 buckle colors. Okay, this is the brown with the polished aluminum. They also have a matte black buckle. This is a polished aluminum buckle again. They have olive slate, desert sand, and coyote brown. Anyway, that's what little specs there are. I mean, it's just a belt. It's a buckle and a strap. But I was impressed by the fact that they're willing to make custom sizes, that they ship the same day, and that these things are handmade in the USA. So with that being said, let's get to doing a little bit of out-of-the-box belt stuff. So I was trying to think of something that I could possibly do with this belt that might be a little out of the box, maybe a little entertaining and interesting, just something different. I mean, you could definitely use it to like carry firewood, maybe to strap your pack to a tree, or maybe as a tool or gear belt that's easy to take on and off in camp. But that's really not silly enough for me. Okay, so maybe this is an extreme. I don't know how much this old 88 Bronco weighs. I can tell you that I went camping last weekend with the Boy Scouts. It was stuck in second or high gear. I don't know, the transmission was screwed up, and I was parked on a hill like this. I didn't think I was going to get out. Had I had the old Klik Belt with me then, at least I would have had an option to pull this thing out, because I didn't think we had a chain. So we're going to give it a shot now. I've got the Kliq Belt hooked up to the bumper of this Bronco, to the bumper trailer ball hitch on the Ford. We're going to see how well it pulls up the hill. Hopefully it'll stay on there, so let's get to it. Okay, before we take off, I realize I've got the Bronco in neutral. The belt's kind of slipped around the trailer hitch ball. If it were to slip off and nobody's in the Bronco, then this is going to wind up being on one of those fail compilations, because I'm going to have a busted back fence here because the Bronco, nothing will stop it. So I got my son in here as an emergency procedure to ride the brakes, but you can see it's not running. Now let's do it. We almost made the fail video anyway. Well, as I went to turn, I put the belt under a big bind. I had to really go through all kinds of commotion to get it off. Maybe I'll leave some of that in the bloopers at the end, but let's go take a look at the belt. Here's the belt, as you can see, in a bind. So I may have ruined my belt because I got, this is from the, where's the tension around the ball, and I don't know, it might be just burned from pulling on it, but altogether it's still perfectly fine and functional, and it held. So I'm gonna call that one a success. Okay, well, that was the extremely silly, over the top, in my opinion, test of the Kliq Belt. They said it had the strength of about 4,000 pounds, and the only way I needed to test that was to put something heavy on it. I don't know what the Bronco weighs, but it's heavy, okay? And I was going uphill. I can tell you this belt was in a severe bind, because it was, when I turned left at the top of the driveway, it kind of, everything caught at an angle. It was bad thinking on my part, but it was jammed up in a bind, and I had to actually block traffic and get the get both vehicles cranked and move them up until I could get it off. It was tight. I don't know how much tension was on here, but there was a lot, and it held up just fine. And even though the back, I think this is actually burnt from friction, because that's how much pull I put on it. Actually, other than this little bit right here, which I may be able to wash off, the belt itself is still wearable and still in good shape. So everything works fine. The little latch held. So, man, I got to say, I'm impressed with this belt. Plain and simple. That's the Kliq Belt. Again, I'll put a link to the Kliq Belt, folks, below. I'll try to put one up here if I can. So if you're looking for a really cool belt that has not only a lot of out-of-the-box uses, but does a pretty good job of looking good while it's holding your pants up, I want to check out the folks at Klik Belt. Once again, thanks to the folks at Klik Belt for sending me this so I can show it to you. As always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing. I put out a new video every Friday, every Saturday. There's a Trade Saturday video, and usually other random videos throughout the week. If you like this video, be sure and give it a thumbs up. Let Google know you like this kind of stuff. And thank you so much for supporting this channel by doing all your Amazon shopping through the Survival on Purpose link at survivalonpurpose.com/Amazon. Anything you buy doesn't cost you any more money and helps support the channel. And last but not least, and I'll quit pitching, you can also support the channel without spending any of your hard-earned money by checking out the audible.com link in the description below. It'll give you a chance to download a free audiobook and a month free trial of audible.com. You can listen to audiobooks and learn stuff while you're spending time stuck in traffic instead of fuming and cussing at the traffic. So, and that helps support the channel, and I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared, and I'll see you next time. Here we go, Mo. Hey, Mo. Oh, I know what I did. Move over. Just trying to loosen up enough where I can get it off. Okay. Wow. They were kind enough to send me this belt so I could try my best to tear it up. And pretty good folks over there.